I'm back on the road again today, and we are headed to Sheboygan, Wisconsin, otherwise known as the Malibu of the Midwest. Sit back, relax, and enjoy another edition of the Traveling Cheesehead Visits. Sun Prairie, Wisconsin is only about 100 miles away from Sheboygan. That makes this roughly a 90-minute trip.
Hey everybody, Traveling Cheesehead. Behind me is Visit Sheboygan. Now, I don't know about you, but when I go to a new area, yes, I've done my homework in advance. I've checked out things on the internet, but I always love to hit the tourist centers, and Visit Sheboygan does that. We're going to go inside and check it out. I always find brochures, pamphlets, restaurants, menus, things to eat. You can ask the experts, you know, what perfect Instagrammable spot in the community, or what's the I can't miss this, or the best value in town, or you know, what's the hottest thing to eat, the hottest place to drink, all of these things. Plus they have usually some fun stuff. I've been where they've had take your own photo and it'll be emailed to you, interactive things for kids, fun things to, well, like when I was in Lake Charles, when we had that shrimp boat behind where I pretended to be the ahoy, the captain, and you know, Noelle was taking pictures of her stuffies inside alligator mouths. They have so many cool things. So if you're not checking out your visitor centers, you might be missing something. So let's go on in and see what Visit Sheboygan has to offer. Okay, so let's go in. There you can see me. I'm wearing a cute little black and white outfit. Now, I love how this place has a vestibule. So this has tons of brochures. I'm going to cross over here. Restaurant menus, things for attractions, lodging, shopping, all of that is right here. And that door can be locked when they're not open. So that way
you as well,
you can still get information here, even if you can't get in. But see, that sign says open. We're going to go inside. Some more brochures. And look how fun this is. Yes, they have a boat inside. They have the gift shop. So everything from coffee mugs to Christmas ornaments, t-shirts, all sorts of fun things. And right behind the counter, that's Shelly from Sheboygan.
Hi, welcome.
And Shelly is like in the know. Anybody who is sitting in this chair can help you out with so much. It's just amazing. If you want to know where to eat, stay, play, they've got all the answers for you.
We're happy to have you.
So Shelly, I just came into Sheboygan. What is your favorite thing where would you send me to eat?
Depending on what you want to do, there's so many different things. We are known as the bratwurst capital of the world. So we do things a little differently here in Sheboygan with our brats. They are served on a hard roll, which is a crunchy exterior with a soft inner side with the 2 double brats. And you serve them with mustard and onions. So it's a little bit different. You will not find an oblong brat bun anywhere in the city. If they do, they'll kick you out. So we do recommend that quite a bit. We do have a brat flyer out in the front, and we'd be happy to give recommendations. We do also have some wonderful photos behind us that talk about the brats, and this is what a traditional brat looks like. We do have a wide mix of Italian restaurants, Greek restaurants, ethnic restaurants up and down the street, anywhere from farm to table to your basic good bar food.
You've got it going on here.
Yes, we do.
It's like a mecca for your mouth.
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
I like that.
I know we're going to talk more about brats a little bit later because we're going to be going to Meesfield's Meat Market. And I love that they do a brat fry hut outside, and they let different nonprofits come in every weekend, and they get basically the profits from the brat sales for that. So
right.
That's kind of an awesome community involvement.
It is. You will find brat fries throughout the community from basically April, or once the snow flies, even when the snow flies, you'll have brat fries all the way through late fall season.
Now, do you have anything fun and interactive in here, especially for kids?
We do. We have something called the Science on the Sphere, and we can certainly go in there and take a look.
Awesome. All right, we're going into the Science on the Sphere. Oh, look at this. How cool is this?
This is the Science on a Sphere. It's operated by NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. They do have 600-700 different computerized programs and more. Anything from weather patterns to climate to rivers to, you can ask them how many people are on their cell phones in California right now, and you're able to find that. It's hundreds and hundreds of different programs. This is a rotating loop. However, we just recently got this kiosk, so you can start going through there and handpicking what you want to talk about, what you want to see.
Okay, I'm sorry. How many programs did you say? I'm stuck on that.
Anywhere between 700 plus right now. It's continually growing as NOAA adds new features. It is broadcast live. We are hoping eventually to start getting more on the shipwrecks here in the Great Lakes. So they're working on projects for that with us. It's just an interactive way for kids to come in. We have classrooms that come in and do classes on water and microbiology and whatnot. So there's different programs here. You can kind of pick, I want to learn something about air, and you start working on different touch pads. So you can gauge what you want to see and what you want to do. You can even change it to the infamous Death Star. So on May 4th last week, we had the Death Star up for the day, and people came in and took pictures. So it's just a nice way to learn different things. You can hang out here for 15 minutes, half an hour. We have classrooms. So during the day when we're open, you can come and view in here. And at night when we leave, we open up the blinds so you can still see it from outside the building as you drive by at night.
How fun is that? Yes. And I love the little benches that you have. Well, the little like ottomans that you can pull out and sit down and get comfy on.
Yes, they are. They're all on wheels, so kids are rolling around and having fun with it. But it's just a nice way to kind of come in here, take a breather, learn something educational, and have fun. We really want it to be an educational space as well as informative. Not just on Sheboygan, but the climate especially. We really wanted to focus on the Great Lakes and the assets we have here. This is a great way to showcase it.
This is so cool.
Isn't it?
Now, I'm ready for the price tag on this. How much does this cost?
This is free.
This is a free thing that you can do in Sheboygan.
Free thing, absolutely. When our visitor center is open, we'll be expanding our hours in the summer. We'll be open 9 until 4, Tuesdays through Saturdays. Stop on in and check it out. There is no cost for it. So stop in once, stop in twice, stop in anytime you're around. 600
or 700 free programs to watch on that. What is the rough timeline? How long does an individual program normally last?
They're anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes per one, where they keep rotating, or we can have 20, 30-minute programs.
Oh, my stars. Talk about cool. See, I told you, everybody, I told you, you have to check out the visitor centers, that there are so many cool things. So thank you, Shelly. This is so cool.
You're welcome. Thanks for stopping.
Hi, we're back. So I have Shelly from Visit Sheboygan here. I am so excited because I love Sheboygan, and we're going to be talking about a lot of the fun things that you can do here. One thing that I love is that you're the Malibu of the Midwest, but you don't have the Malibu of the Midwest price tag.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
We don't. And it's a very affordable city here, and people are amazed at that when they come here. There are so many free things to do, affordable things to do, family-friendly things to do. And we just love people coming here and exploring for the first time, because then they'll come back time and time again.
Now, obviously, I mean, you have Kohler Andre State Park. So anybody who's got a state park sticker can enjoy the wonders there. They have an amazing nature center and things like that. But there's so much more to Sheboygan.
There is.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So I'm new to the area. I don't know anything. Tell me about a few of the fun, free, or very inexpensive museums that I could check out maybe.
We do have 2 world-class museums, the John Michael Kohler Art Center, which is right downtown, and their newest edition, which is about 2 years old now, called the Art Preserve. Those are both free to the public. And people are amazed that they can go to a world-class museum like that and see all this revolving art for free.
Now the Preserve, that's the one that's based on folk art. They've done an amazing job preserving folk art that is done by, I want to say it's like 35 different artists or something like that.
It is. And what it is, and what's really nice, the Art Preserve was built to house a full collection, and they recreate the artist environment. So instead of buying one piece and having that, or 2 or 3 pieces, they buy a full collection of an artist, and they try and recreate where they created the art. So whether it's an outdoor piece, or it was built in their backyard with the trees, or their house, there's a whole house that's just covered in rhinestones and glitter there. So they really want you to get yourself immersed into their settings of how they created their art.
Now, I've been through there, and I know that you had some of Fred Smith's work. He was from the Wisconsin Concrete Park in Phillips, Wisconsin. And even walking through his place, I love how Kohler, they've pulled, like you said, collections in, because that way it's almost like being able to experience. You can't explain us to anybody.
Right.
They have to get there. You have to see it and walk through it to experience it. Like walking through, I want to say it was called the Mind Machine.
Yes.
And so it's just one of those things that you have to experience. It's absolutely incredible. And then you now have a bucket list of 35 places to go hunt to see their other works of art if you can. So,
yes.
And that one was absolutely free.
It's absolutely free. The one downtown is absolutely free. And we tell people so many times when they come into the visitor center, because we are downtown, it's 3 blocks from us. We're like, even if you have 5 minutes, stop in there and check out their restrooms. And the looks on people's face when you say that, I'm like, seriously, go there, check out the restrooms, and then come back and tell us your thoughts. And sometimes they will, and they'll be like, I spent the rest of the day there. I'm like, yes, we got you in the door, because our restrooms, the Kohler is the Kohler name, the Kohler bath product. So it's a functionality of bathrooms with the love of art. So everything is quirky, and it's tiles, and it's pieces and parts. It's not your normal restroom with painted walls and your fixtures. Even the fixtures have artwork on them.
And every single one is different.
It is.
So you have to look in both the ladies and the men's, knock on the door first. But I mean, they're all photo opportunities. They're art inside an art institute.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Yes.
Okay, men's room. Honestly, we did knock first. Just saying. But look how cool is this? And I have to show you. Look at the urinals. Aspiring toward heaven. No, please aim. Finding beauty through art. This is meant boldness, genius, power, and magic in it. These are so incredible. Incredible.
Yes. And once you get in there, they do have their own art store. They have a cafe, so you can pop in for lunch. So it's kind of a one-stop shop there. But with it being downtown, it's a great stop. We have so many people that go there. And then they also are in charge of a concert series called the Levitt Amp Concert Series, which is Thursdays, June through August. And they bring in recording artists from all around the world. Individual artists, very unique artists. It's not your run-of-the-mill bands, but they bring in culturally different events. And they bring that in every Thursday night. It draws up to 2,000 people on a Thursday night down in our city green, which is in front of them. And then they have the food trucks there. So it's another event. You get it. There's no charge for it. You can pack a picnic, bring it in yourself if you want to eat from the food trucks, but you have live, good quality music, something very different, not unique that you won't see anywhere else. And that's a boom. This has been happening for years with them, and that's all part of the Art Center as well.
Fun, fun.
Yes.
Now, let's say I have little kids. What kind of a museum is perfect to take these little kids?
We have the Above and Beyond Children's Museum, and it's fascinating. It's 3 levels, anywhere from climbing through rope tunnels to a lot of different hands-on activities. They do have a beehive with about 5,000 bees that'll be coming in. It's all different. They have a brand new cultural series coming in, which I know you will be talking about and have featured. They do have a lot that changes there all the time. They do have an incredible outdoor space, which is free and open to the public all the time. It's their octopus playground, and it's an all abilities playground. So that's open, and it's funny. You'll walk by at night and you'll see some of the adults just playing out in the playground as well. So
the 5-year-old inside me comes out.
Always.
It was me. No, just kidding. And what I love about children's museums, yes, there is a fee for them, but always get the membership. A second visit. If you pay for 2 separate visits, usually you've covered the cost of a membership already, and you can go back again and again and again.
Yes. And you will want to go back and again and again. And it's fun. It's, sometimes, you want to spend an hour there. Sometimes you'll have a rainy afternoon and spend all afternoon there. And it's so much fun to see what the kids experience, see it through their eyes, get down on their level, play with them. It's just a lot of fun, and they're fantastic to work with. Again, right in the heart of downtown.
Wait, I was supposed to bring kids with me?
Never.
Shh. Let's take a peek real quick and go look at the museum. Okay. Hey, so today I am with the executive director of the Children's Museum here in Sheboygan, and we're really excited. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your museum?
So this Above and Beyond Children's Museum was established in 1993. We were in this permanent location that I'm in currently as of 1999. And so last year we celebrated our 30th anniversary year. So now in our 31st anniversary year, we are bringing about the culture exchange, but we have about 10,000 square feet here through 3 floors of the Children's Museum, and then also about 6,000 square feet in our green space, which is right next door to us here.
Now you said 3 floors. It's accessible, right?
It absolutely is. We do have the elevator right as you walk into our lobby entrance. The elevator is right there. We also have other options for accessibility, such as making sure that everything it has enough width and space to accommodate wheelchairs or other types of equipment.
So tell us about your new exhibit, because I think this looks pretty dang amazing. You're in process right now, I know, but tell us a little bit about this new exhibit concept you have.
Yeah, so we are under construction, as you can see, but this is called the Culture Exchange Exhibit. What we're trying to do in this space, which is truly a one-of-a-kind space for a children's museum exhibit, we're trying to celebrate our cultures and understand that our differences are meant to be celebrated. And so we have partnered up with our local Hmong association. They're called the Hmong Mutual Assistance Association, as well as other Hmong community members, to create the space, which is first going to feature the Hmong culture. So this space will actually change out for different cultures every 2 years. And we are focused on the cultures that are prevalent here in Sheboygan County, and then expanding from there as our community wishes us to. And so what you see in back of me is the permanent housing facade, but the paint that's on here, the roof materials, all of that will switch out in 2 years. But for right now, we're so excited to highlight the Hmong culture. And so as you can see, this is actually what a house in the countryside of Laos would look like. And so then if you walk inside the space, which is still under construction right now, but when you walk inside this space, it's going to mimic that concept of how a traditional Laotian family would live, complete with foodstuffs, the attire that they would wear while they're working out in their farms. We have gardening tools, we have utensils they would utilize for foods, and then also some furniture such as their bamboo bed and their little 3-legged stoves.
So what is your goal with this new concept, this cultural immersion display that you're rotating through? What are your goals with this?
I think you said a piece of it with the cultural immersion piece. Let's bring people into this world that they might not be a part of currently. Let's remove any type of fear of learning about something different. Let's find joy and excitement and play in that learning. And so we also, there's 2 pieces to this. We want to introduce this concept of a different culture to folks who would not normally see this, but we also want to give a space for the Hmong families, for their 2nd and 3rd generation family members, to see what this type of space would have looked like in their homeland. Because they had to leave and they really tried to bring as much of their culture as they could to the United States, this gives an idea of what it would have been like had they been able to stay in their homeland.
That's fascinating. This is actually a fantastic project, and we're really excited to see how this looks going forward for you.
Thank you. We are so thrilled, and we're so appreciative of the Hmong community for being a part of this every step of the way. They truly were our collaborators, our partners in everything that you see here.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you.
Wasn't that the coolest thing? So I'm really excited about their exhibit, and just the pictures and stuff like that. What they're doing there is so incredible. I love children's museums. I wish they had them when I was a kid.
I know.
Right?
That's it.
So kind of along that maritime theme, because you have the big boat going through the museum with the chain and the anchor.
Yes.
You actually have a shipwreck for people to go through.
We do. It is called the Lottie Cooper. It's located right down on the riverfront, down near DeLand Park. And when they were renovating years ago and digging for the marina, we've known the shipwreck has been there for a while, but as they were digging and creating the marina, they were able to pull quite a bit of it out, and they reassembled what's available up on land. So you can actually walk through it. It was a 3-masted wooden schooner, and you can walk through it and just get the feel for it and the sense of how big these things were. And just the structure of how it was created. It's a wooden boat, and to see the dowels and to see how they were put together, and just the concept of a wooden boat that actually floats is kind of crazy. But yes, it's really unique. You don't get to see that. Most of the time you see them underwater or people scuba diving, or you see it in photos, but this time you can actually walk right through it.
It is cool. And I love historical plaques. They have plaques and maps and what the ship illustration would have looked like. So you actually learn a little bit about it at the same time.
You do.
But walking through something like that, you get the idea of, oh my gosh, I'm walking through the hold of this ship.
Right.
There was more way on top of all of it. It's
Right.
crazy.
Right. Yes. And that's another free public art installation, basically down on the waterfront. We do have a lot of walkable art throughout the whole downtown area, throughout the whole city. Mural paintings have become very popular here, as well as many other communities, but it's great to see them tucked alongside of buildings. And now they're getting more, as everybody says, everybody wants to be on camera on Instagram. They're all interactive photos. There's one right across from the Children's Museum that looks like a spaceship that's beaming you up in the light. So you walk by and you'll see kids jumping and, snapping photos that looks like they're getting lifted into the air. But there's a great art scene here. And again, that's all free. And we do have pamphlets out in the front foyer of our visitor center that you can grab one of those maps, find the murals, pop in and see them throughout the community.
Now, I know that you have a lot of parks, but you are the first certified dog-friendly city in Wisconsin.
Yes.
As someone who has a pampered pooch, I mean,
Yes.
I can appreciate that. I brought my dog with me. So tell us just a little bit about how this all came about, or about being...
It's really kind of been a movement. As people know more and more, and especially after COVID, pets are family. And they really are. And more people are understanding that. They travel with their pets. They're with their pets. So many people nowadays have the luxury of working mobily. So they're out traveling. They can, set up their wares on the beach for the day when they're working, and they want their pets with them. So the city's been working very, very hard on getting that designation. And I know you've talked to our mayor about that, on how we got it going and the steps that he's creating to get new space. We've taken abandoned parking lots downtown and turned them into green spaces for the pets. So you have that here. The parks, there are parks here, even part of Kohler Andre State Park is pet friendly. So everybody's trying to kind of get their designated areas that you can bring pets.
Yeah, you can see right here where my dog is. She has a command. She's a service dog, but she has a command called break. So you can see where I let her play in the water. She's actually trying to attack the waves that she thinks are trying to attack me. Isn't this hilarious? So, I mean, just a lot of fun.
Yes.
Now, back to outdoors and nature. I remember you have, is this the nation's largest flag, the Acuity flag?
Yes. That I recommend anybody stops. It's right off of Interstate 43, and there is an access point off of Highway 28 to get there. You can drive up to that, stop briefly, and look at it. It's a beautiful display they have, but you don't understand how big that pole is until you get up to it. I mean, it takes 10 of us to try and put your arms around the base of this flagpole, and we still couldn't get all the way around. So it's fascinating. It's beautiful to see, very patriotic, obviously, but it's just how massive it really is.
Well, and you said patriotic. There's like a little kiosk just right over by the parking lot, and it talks about proper flag etiquette. It talks about, you know, memorials for veterans. It has several different things in there that does tie into the patriotism and the flag.
It does too. You know, and they do have memory bricks there you can purchase. They have a nice little promenade that leads out to it. They keep the ground spotless. So it's just a really nice kind of a reflective point. There's a beautiful pond. You can just sit out there on the benches if you just want to reflect.
It is gorgeous there.
It is beautiful. They do a very nice job with that.
So now you've got like the largest ball of twine, you've got the largest ball of paint, and now you've got the largest flag. You have to come for Sheboygan if you collect the largest in any kind of Instagrammable photos. So this is perfect.
Yes.
So we've talked about a lot of fun things to do. But let's talk food.
Oh, food. You could talk all day long about food here.
I know that we're the brat capital of the world here, right here in Sheboygan. And so we're having fun at Meesfield's because they do a brat fry on weekends and they do community involvement with it. But I think they carry, I want to say, 26 kinds of flavors of brats.
They do.
And I actually put them in my book, The 100 Things to Do in Wisconsin Before You Die, because eat a Sheboygan brat. You got to use a local meat market.
Right.
And the fact that they do the community give back, that's even more fantastic. So we've got the brats, and I know that they're on the hard roll. We talked about the Sheboygan hard rolls.
Right.
But you have a lot of Italian food here.
We do. We have a lot of Italian food here. We have the casual, everyday Italian, but we do have some very, very high-end Italian restaurants, Lino's Restaurante and Stefano's. And Stefano's himself has quite a number of restaurants. He has the Field to Fork, which is farm to table food. He has Il Ritrovo, which is incredible pizzas.
Oh, I've eaten there too.
Yes. He has the Slow Food Market, which is a grocery store market in the downtown area as well. It has a coffee shop inside. You can purchase your fresh fruits and vegetables. They have an incredible deli counter. You can buy your meats there. And they're starting to do a lot more classes as well, so you can learn different things with how to prepare these foods.
That's fascinating.
They do. It's really nice. So he kind of has a sampling on A Street right from here too. That's all his kind of neighborhood area. Further up the street, we have sushi. You know, we have your local bars. We have Greek restaurants here. A lot of Mexican restaurants here. We had a hard time gathering which one we were going to go to on Cinco de Mayo because there are such a great choice of restaurants here.
So I know Meesfield's is great for selling brats, and if you're not here on a weekend when they have the brat fry out there, we went to a place downtown. You were just saying local bars, and we went and we had a brat meal. So it was the double brat on the bun, but it also had the potato salad, the baked beans with the butter in it. What place was this?
That is Sly's Midtown Saloon, and it's your local bar right down on 8th Street. It's kind of what we call the dive bars. Locals love it. Tourists love it. The fishermen that come in to fish here are there in the mornings. They have great sandwiches, brat plates, different special soups. They have something that's my favorite called the hangover breakfast sandwich. You don't need to be hungover to eat it, but it's classic. I mean, it has your hash browns, your bacon, your burger, and your egg on top.
All in one?
All in one. And they serve it double-decker with a steak knife right through it. And it's not something you want to be wearing white when you're there because it just drips. It is so good.
But I'm wearing white. Okay.
Yes. We do have another restaurant, speaking of challenges, called Frankie's Pub, and it's a large, oversized burger that is a pound, and they have bacon sandwiches. That's a full pound of bacon for their BLTs. So everything is oversized there, and they do have a challenge too, that you can eat some of these larger meals, but they have fantastic normal size food as well. But
you had me at bacon because that's like the candy of meats. I mean,
yes, you can't go wrong with bacon.
Bacon.
Well, that's, if you're a bacon lover, you have to go to the Black Pig. Black Pig does have a bacon sampler with 3 or 4 different kinds of bacon. Some of them are candied bacon. So
that was amazing because I know we tried that. Incredible.
Yes.
Incredible. They had really good truffle fries too.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes. Truffle fries have really taken on a local meaning here. I just had truffle potato chips the other day that were incredible. So
I had gotten truffle fries with my entree there.
Yes.
And then I had to ask for a steak knife because other travel writers who did not go with the truffle fry recommendation were trying to steal mine.
Yes.
And I'm like, no, you didn't order these. Go wait. So
yes. Yes.
food trucks. Now that summer's almost here, well, you guys have a pretty hopping food truck scene.
We do, and I'm really excited. Next Monday, because the weather's been changing and it's nice, they are going to start back up Food Truck Mondays, which is down at Volrath Park, which is a little bit further out of town, over on 3rd Avenue. And it's on the north side of town, but they do that on Mondays. And they do it basically mid-May, depending on the weather, all the way through October, as long as the weather's nice. And it started off with 4 or 5 different food trucks, and now we're getting anywhere from 12 to 15 food trucks that show up there on Monday nights. And it's really become a gathering spot. So you can go there, you can pick the different kind of foods. There's anything. They have Mexican food, they have Thai food, they have Italian food. There's your basic burgers. There's health food ones there, and then obviously all the donuts and fresh made cookies and pizza and ice cream trucks. So it's really become a big free, gathering spot. Again, free and affordable. You talk about that. You can go down there, hang out, and Volrath Park is situated with the tops going down into like a bowl. So the kids love it. You'll see the kids rolling down the hill. And there's a disc golf there on the other side. So people are playing disc golf. And it's just a great family spot to gather. And you can go every week and try a different food. And
see, I love food trucks because I look at like the appetizer type things, because I want to sample something from everybody.
Right.
It's like, I want a Thai egg roll. I want, I don't know, churros. I want,
right.
I try to do a little and then I'm like, I have a smorgasbord.
Yes. That's why you bring a few friends with you and you all share. If you want to share, no sharing. No. But it's fun. So it's a great gathering spot, and people look forward to it. And they're always asking, when's it starting? It's great. I mean, people love their food trucks. It's a gathering. We're lucky enough that right across from us here at the Visitor Center, we have Sparky's Hot Dog Stand, which is his 24th year of being in the parking lot across from us. And people start looking in April, like, where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
It's Sparky time.
Yes, it's Sparky's time. So, that's great. It's kind of a little too convenient at times here working, because I look out my window and the line's not long and I can run over there and grab a hot dog for lunch.
Yeah, but I mean, how cool is it? Because I told families to come to the Visitor Center.
Yes.
So you come to the Visitor Center, you can go over to Sparky's and grab a hot dog. Eat your hot dog, come in, you've got the Sphere and all sorts of cool things here. That's just in one tiny little area. You're 3 blocks away from, one of the Kohler facilities. I mean, why would you not check it out? And I just love the name Sparky's. I want to get a Sparky hot dog just to say I got a Sparky's hot dog.
He was born on 4th of July, so that's Sparky's. Yes, that was his nickname growing up. So it's Sparky's hot dogs.
I want a t-shirt.
Yes.
I ate at Sparky's or something like that.
Yes, that can be arranged.
I'm working on something here.
No, it's great. I mean, and that's what's really nice about coming. When people stop here, we really encourage them to stop here, because we'll tell them all of that, and what we like. We're in a very central location here. We're located right on Riverfront Drive and A Street, which is downtown. It's right on the river. So the walking paths are here. We tell them, leave your car here and just walk. It's a walkable. You walk across the street from us. There's a path that goes underneath the bridge, and you're on the boardwalk. That brings you all the way down the boardwalk, past the little shops, brings you all the way down to the yacht club, and you can walk down to the marina. You can walk, if you want to walk for hours, you can. You can just walk down there. You're going to pass an ice cream shop.
Darn.
Then you end up walking all the way down to the Lottie Cooper and to Land Park, where you'll find our surfing scene, our stand-up paddle boards. Otherwise, if you walk across the bridge, you're on our South Pier side. And again, another ice cream shop. There's miniature golf. There's coffee shops, beautiful hangout, little restaurants, cafes. Everything's walkable through here.
And that's, I think, the beauty of experiencing a community. I love to experience a community through my feet. When you're in the car driving, you miss so much.
Right.
But I love your downtown shops where I can be in Kelly's bookstore and I can see a section and a note by books that talks about a yoga class. I can be in the coffee shop and see books that are about, like recipes that talks about Kelly's bookstore.
Right.
I can go into the game store and I can have conversations about, this puzzle has independent bookstores in it and we donate a percentage to the independent bookstore here in town. You have such a sense of community here that connects each other.
There is. And they
That's
work
incredible.
hard at that. It is, people don't come here, to do one thing. They come here to find out what's new, what's the next place. And it's really nice to have our local business owners support each other and to talk about, oh, this is great. Hey, have you checked out this place yet? Oh, you have to go here and meet this person. So there is a great collaboration of all those businesses, especially in the downtown area, that work on that. You can go anywhere from, go and try out some different olive oils and vinegars. You can go make your own hand creams, and then you can go to the yarn shop and see what's next door. And then you go to the jewelry store. And like you said, it feeds off of each other, and they all talk about each other. And that's great.
Was it a Victorian candy company?
Oh, the Victorian chocolate shop. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
The hand dipped raspberries. Those are really good. And yeah, see,
I think my fanny just got bigger. Okay.
We keep talking about that. Another great way to get around, which is coming back in the summer, is our trolley. You talk about free and affordable. It's $1 ride all day. And they expanded this year. It used to just be the local route. It was a 30-minute route. Now they've expanded where they will bring you out to Bookworm Gardens. They will bring you out to the Art Preserve, and they'll bring you to Three Sheeps Brewing Company. So now this trolley has become an hour-long route, but you can hop on, hop off all day long for $1, and it brings you throughout. So again, if you don't want to go anywhere, leave your car here at the visitor center. The trolley stops right out front. Jump on the trolley and bring you around from place to place. Not only is it a great tour just because you're driving on an authentic looking trolley, but you can kind of get a view of the city and kind of plan out your day. And then from there, just hop on and hop off at the different attractions.
And seriously, I mean, $1 for the day. I mean, the gas you save alone.
Right.
That's huge. Now, you said something interesting because you said Three Sheeps, and yes, we know brewery and beer, and that's yum. That's another story for another day. But and then you talked about the art center, and then you said Bookworm Gardens.
Bookworm Gardens.
So gardens and books, two of my favorite things.
Yes, that is fantastic. What it is, it's a children's themed botanical garden. First and foremost, it's a botanic garden. So everything is natural. Everything is vibrant. There are, people hear children's museums, children's playgrounds. They think, oh, plastic equipment. No, it's not like that. It's all botanical based. So you'll go in and each area is a different theme and a different storybook that they bring to life. And it's for the young and the young at heart. I mean, I have my senior bus group customers. That's their favorite spot to go. It's walkable, it's accessible, they're all paved paths. You can take your time. You stop at each of these different places and they actually have the book. So you can sit there and you can read the book. And my favorite, as we had talked about before, I'm a big Little House on the Prairie fan. So that's my favorite exhibit. You go there and they have the log cabin and they have the old wagon. You can climb up in the wagon and you can go in there and sweep the floors like they used to. And it's just a really fascinating place.
It's incredible. You can sit in the same chairs as the Three Bears.
Yes.
You can wash Max the Dirty Dog.
Yes.
When you walk right in, it's Jack and the Beanstalk. And you look at the beanstalk and see, parts of the giant, and it's interactive.
Yes.
It's getting out in nature. It's encouraging reading. It's like you said, ages, from little on up. My 60-year-old had fun in this one section where he was playing the musical instruments and making noise. And I'm like, I love him, but he's 5. No, but he was having so much fun with that.
It is.
That's where, places like that where you can let your inner 5-year-old, I say, from 2 to 102. I love places like that.
It is. And it's so vibrant and it is colorful. And I'm fascinated with the flowers and how they do it. But you get into those areas that are Dr. Seuss. I'm like, how did they get flowers to match these bright? I didn't know flowers came in those colors, and it's beautiful and it's quirky, and it's just, you could spend all afternoon there. And they're getting ready to do a big expansion, which I'm very excited for, because they have outgrown their space, and there's just so much more potential on what can be out there. And we're really looking forward to seeing that.
So that is in my book also, Visit Bookworm Gardens, because yes, Wisconsin has a lot of botanical gardens, but this space that is designed to tie in and foster the excitement of reading, dipping into stories, and creating an immersive environment for it. That was just dear to my heart. I looked for places like this when my kid was a little,
Yeah.
and I think it's a treasure. So it's definitely something that I put in my bucket list book. So you better add it to your bucket list. So
I would agree.
My travel tip is whenever you're cruising, save your money. Keep your money for excursions and fun things on the ship, but just get an inside stateroom. How much are you in the stateroom anyway? I've been on 54 cruises and probably 12 times I've been upgraded to a balcony room at no additional charge. Plus I have all my extra money to do more fun things than spend it on in the stateroom.
is there, for somebody who is a first-time visitor coming to Sheboygan, what would you say? What were your words of advice, or what would you be like, yes, you definitely need to stop here?
Well, I think what so many people don't realize is, we're located on 1/5 of the world's fresh water. The Great Lakes are phenomenal, and we have such access to Lake Michigan here. And the beaches we have here, and like you said, Kohler Andre State Park is unbelievable. You can be down on the beach, you can be walking the boardwalks, you can be walking through the prairies, you can go into the woods. So the outdoor scenery and the outdoor activity, we have so much outdoor recreation here that some people take for granted, or some people have never seen. You come from a big city and you get to these wide open spaces. You'll see the kite surfers, you'll see the surfers, you'll see people out on kayaks and paddle boards and charter fishing. And there's just so much. And the idea of just having that outdoor space, you can go out to Evergreen Park and ride on your bikes. You can go out to Maywood Park and hike through the trails. So we really push the outdoor recreation aspect, and that's free. And, and then you have all the small little mom and pop shops and independents, and that we have such a great restaurant scene, like we had talked about, that is independence. We don't have a lot of the chain restaurants here, and that's fantastic. I mean, we do have them, but we like those local independent little mom and pops, and we do our best to support them. And it's great, and you're getting something unique. And the same thing with the restaurants, the shops, the coffee shops. We have a coffee shop right down here that's run by a former surfer. So it's kind of got that laid back, casual environment, and you get the smells of the coffee when you walk in, and you'll find people hanging out there. And, I talk about the surfing, and most people don't understand that, yes, you can surf on the Great Lakes. Sheboygan is unique. We're known as the Malibu of the Midwest for our surfing, but our surfing season here is late fall into spring. So
In Wisconsin,
Yes.
y'all, we can have snow up to 8 months of the year. I mean,
Yes.
May, we had snow in May, but it can start in October. So winter surfing.
yes,
I said I'm game to try anything. I am not going to surf in winter, no matter how much she tries to tempt me, because you paddle on out in the water, and then it gets to a point you see the wave and you're supposed to pop up. And there's nothing that pops on me anymore other than my knees and my hips when I get off after a long car ride. But it is a destination stop for the surfers.
it is. And we play that up all year. I mean, that's kind of our tagline. It's like the Malibu of the Midwest, and people are like, I don't understand it. And it's like, once they get here, it's like, it is. It's not just the surfing. It's the outdoor. It's the outdoor activities. It's the water activities. It's just taking advantage. And it's the lifestyle that people have here. And a lot of the local surfers, that's what I mean. They've invested in our community. They've opened their coffee shops. We've got 2 or 3 coffee shops that these surfers hang out in. And, once you get here, Labor Day weekend is kind of like the unofficial start. So people come back here Labor Day weekend, year after year, and they hang out on the beach and they tell their stories of surfing. And it's a great community, and we really play off of that. But just to get people here and get them to see the lifestyle and the activities that they can do in a small town feel in a very affordable price.
Very affordable price. I mean, I love communities where your money goes further. So you have to make sure that you have Sheboygan, Wisconsin on your map to check out. I've researched extensively for you. Extensively. It sounds like I've already hit the supper clubs. I've eaten some of the food, seen some of the sights, maybe tasted some of the cocktails.
Yes.
And it's definitely Donnell Traveling Cheesehead approved. So I want to thank you so much for your time, Shelly.
I appreciate
And
it.
I'll be back.
Oh, yes. Please come back anytime, time and time again. Things are always changing here. So,
And that's one thing that some people don't understand, especially in Wisconsin when you have the 4 different seasons. You can say, Oh, yeah, I've been to Sheboygan, but it was in the fall. It's different in winter, it's different in spring, and it's different in the summer. So some of these places, make sure that it's not on your bucket list just once. Check them over and over again because places are entirely and totally different with a different season. So
Definitely.
until next time, thank you and safe travels.
Thank you.
Get our book at most major retailers or Amazon.com. Thank you, Shelly Harms from Visit Sheboygan, for being my guest for this episode. And our sponsor was Tripello. Learn more at travelingcheesehead.com/save money. Thank you to Melody Pittman from whereverImayroamblog.com for our travel tip. And Wisconsin Road Trips is our new group on Facebook. This has been a Traveling Cheesehead production. To learn more travel tips or fun things about Wisconsin, check out travelingcheesehead.com.